Guys, before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Flasharkracing for giving me these exhaust cutouts to try out on my 1975 Chevy C10, and we're going to be installing them and reviewing them in today's video. Exhausts are open. Hello everyone, welcome back to the 1975 Chevy C10 build. Today we're going to be working on the cab and getting it all fixed up. We got a lot of work ahead of us. We got the interior to do. We got to sand it all down and possibly put some filler in areas where we cannot get smoothed out, like right here. And maybe, so we got a lot of things planned, a lot of surprises in this video. We got this thing running correctly because of the new carburetor. This thing runs great now. We still need to get a new battery because this thing is not staying charged, but it's still running right. It's not backfiring. The idling could be adjusted probably a little bit more. Dang. He's flying.
I don't know what the idle is. We don't have a stack in it yet.
650.
Think it's about right?
Yep.
It's over here somewhere.
Like, go all the way down. All the way down to the roof.
Wheel hopping.
Dude, you ran out of gas. Bro.
No, it's got some in it.
Still probably not enough. Whenever you sent it, it probably pushed all the gas to the back of the tank and then give it like that full power. FedEx is here.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Thank
There we
you.
are. Have a great day.
You too. Alright, so we had an unexpected package coming today, and it's time to see what it is. It seems like it's kind of taped up a lot around these edges. Can't even see what it is yet. Ho ho ho! Dang. Look at that. These are the exhaust cutouts that I got, and I'm going to be putting them on the truck. So I got a dual set, so I got two of them, and it's electronic, and so I got these. So here's the other one. And these, just by holding on to them, they don't feel very cheap, honestly. And stainless steel, I mean, that means they ain't going to rust under the truck. Pretty nice quality. And those are the valves you could open and close. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. And you got all the wiring, which is not very much. This is all the wiring you got. And it basically hooks up into the truck. I mean, this is probably going to be easy to put on. All right. Yep. You gotta hold it down. There you go. That's pretty cool. Alright, so technically we are supposed to weld up these exhaust cutouts. However, the truck is not street legal yet, and we cannot take it to a professional welder and exhaust mechanic. So we're going to just use clips for time being until we finish the truck, and then we're going to get them professionally welded on. We started out by cutting the original exhaust pipe. We measured about the length of the cutouts and we cut that same length. Then we used clips on both sides and clamped them down as tight as we could get it. This is going to open up electronically with a handheld device, a little key fob, and this goes straight into the muffler, and then once it opens up it comes out here and it's straight piped, and it's going to sound so good, especially on this Cam V8. I believe once we get these on, we're going to do a test drive and compare the before and the after. Putting the clamps on right now.
Okay, backward. I cut that in short, didn't I?
Yeah. Since this old truck doesn't have a cigarette lighter charging cable port, we got to actually do the wiring ourselves and hook it to the battery. And so it will still work, but we kind of have to bypass that. It's closed right now, so I'm going to open it. Dang!
Good boy!
Closed. Give her some revs. This is amazing. Sounds great. Woo-hoo-hoo! Dang, boy! Sound absolutely amazing. It is like at least twice as loud as it was, and you can hear the crackle. It sounds amazing. And you know, I don't know if that's legal or not, especially on the road. So, but we have a tests to come up. So like we are going to go at the end of the driveway and go all the way up, full throttling it with the valves open. Go check out their website down below in the description and the comments, and use the discount code BERKS15 to get 15% off your next order. Alright, so most of the wire is hidden into the dash, and we got this little button out here, so in case it gets too much power, it would blow the fuse instead of tearing something up. And we could always press it again to reset it. I'll give a short, quick review of the exhausts and give them a rank 1 out of 10. First of all, the quality. I think the quality is really good. It is made with stainless steel, welded up nicely, has no holes in the welds, and the metal, especially the valve door inside of the exhaust, is thick, and same with the end of the exhaust over here. That's really nice, thick metal. Everything is actually really high quality and really, really good. So the quality, I believe I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. So I give the installation a 9.5 out of 10. And of course the sound, that's getting a 10 out of 10. The sound, it sounds amazing. Now we're going to go and test it down the driveway with the valve exhaust open, and we're still out of power. Exhausts are open. This is gonna be insane. Might be illegal. No?
Stalling out.
Still stalling.
You gotta turn the distributor a little bit.
Yep, yep. Which way do you turn it before?
I gotta get it from the back. Alright, so I'm going to start off by taking these brackets right here that holds the bumper on. I'm going to sand them down and then paint them because I'm wanting to get this thing looking nice and prevent future rust. So I'm going to be using this bed liner to go over this. It should help with the rust and protects it from chips and stuff. But normally these brackets and the frame won't be seen anyway because the bumper is going to be bolted onto it. So it doesn't have to look perfect. But I believe this bed liner will help it in the long run. Alright, so we're in here and we're going to sand down this, especially where the glove box is.
Now we start with the furthest one from the brake cylinder, which start the right rear, then the left rear, then the right front, and left front.
Alright, so we got a ton of dust and dirt in here from sanding on the fenders and everything using DA and other methods. So we're just going to clean up. We're going to suck up the floor, all the dust and stuff, go over it with a rag and see where we could go from there. You can see the complete difference. There's the what it was before. This is what it is after. I need to scuff this up just a little bit. So we're spraying some bed liner on it to prevent water from getting in there and rusting the metal. This stuff is actually really good with keeping the water out. Especially like on that fender, somebody previously put it on there and it protected from water. So we're just going to be spraying it around the edges where we welded. And doesn't that just look a whole lot better? We don't have all the naked welds and the bare metal showing, and it's all protected by... Alright, so I just got this fender well in here, and I'm going to have to clean it off. As you can see, it is dirty over here, surface rust, and it's peeling off. I don't know if that's paint or... I don't know what that is, but it's peeling off. But as you can tell, on both sides, it's not completely rusted through like it was on the other fender well. So we don't have to do any welding at all. We just have to clean it all up. So I'm using 180 grit that I got from Harbor Freight for like maybe $10. And I'm using some of this paper towel that we had stored somewhere. and I'm just gonna sand it down and wipe off the dust. Alright, we just finished sanding down this fender over here, and it's a little dirty, so we're going to use this grease and wax remover, and we're going to rub it all across this fender before we paint to make sure that there ain't nothing that will make the paint just peel right off. Alright, we got the fender hooked up over here on this old swimming pool. I always like using this paint. It's always the best quality, and it's really cheap for your, it's a big bang for your buck. Good stuff for like this. It ain't automotive, so we just like to paint stuff that isn't to do with like sanding, or that doesn't need to be sanded and doesn't need to be next to the engine to get hot. We just got finished painting the Fender Well black. It looks really good. I believe that's going to look good in the engine bay as well, because the other one's black. It just needs to be cleaned off, but everything is I think after this, I think the whole engine bay is painted. We got that painted, that Fender Well painted, and that painted. That's going to do it for today's video. We finally finished adjusting the valves. And we also did a little bit of work on the cab and got that all sanded down. And we got all the floor completed on it inside. But we still got to put carpet down. See y'all guys in the next video. Take it safe. Goodbye.